Hey there, Isaac here with the 5 Diamond Group at eXp Realty, and we're standing in front of this beautiful house in the north part of town over by Bradley and Farm area, way up in the north. This house is 3,000 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-story home with a pool in a fantastic location. And you're used to seeing our property videos, but today we have a little bit of a different thing. We have this beautiful brand new 2020 Ram Limited, and we're going to go over a little bit about this vehicle and why I think it's a perfect vehicle for a business professional. So tag along and let's take a look at these features of this beautiful truck and why I think it's worth buying. All right, so a property or a property walkthrough, because this would be a property, right?
Personal property.
Personal property wouldn't be complete without my business partner, Jared. So he is a truck driver, just like myself, but he drives a Toyota Tundra. So I'm gonna see if I can convince him into why the Ram Limited is a perfect business vehicle.
I know you had all the options that you could pick from. You picked a truck. So why, Isaac, why should somebody have a truck?
Well,
as a realtor?
Well, not even just as a realtor, as any business professional.
Okay.
So there's this stigma of, you drive a nice car, you are successful. And I remember what one of my financial advisors at the bank told me when I complimented him on his Mercedes. He said, "I hate it." It's like, "I loved my Honda, I think it was a Honda Accord." And I was like, "What? Then why did you get a Mercedes?" He's like, "Because," he's like, "I'm young and people automatically assume that I am successful and good at what I do because of what I drive." And so sometimes as a business professional, a nice car or a nice vehicle isn't necessarily a want, it's a must, right? You pull up to a $900,000 house in a beat up car, then it's just going to be, this.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I hear you. Well, let's take a look at the Dodge Ram 1500 Eco Boost.
No, not the Eco Boost. That's Ford. That's Ford.
My bad. Eco Diesel.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna cut that portion.
Obviously, I'm not an American car driver.
So this was lent to us by our friends over at Chapman. They are not sponsoring this video, but if you guys are in search of anything Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram. Did I miss anything?
Whatever else they own.
Whatever else they own, they are the people that you want to go with.
While I may not be the American driver, but I can vouch for their service and experience because I've seen it firsthand as far as they take care of you over at Chapman Dodge and your buddy.
Yep, my buddy Daryl over. So thank you so much for that. So if you guys have any questions or any vehicle needs, please reach out to us and I'll put you in contact with them. Or you could just stop by their offices over at Boulder Highway and Sahara location. Anyways, let's get to the vehicle. So this particular model is the limited model. What makes it limited is going to be the option. So it's going to have every blows and whistles that you can get. Starting with the exterior, we're going to have these beautiful LED headlights. You got sensors, you got cameras all over. So everything's powered.
Tires?
Tires. This is not a 4x4 model, but you can get a 4x4. However, it does have air suspension and it does have an off-road air suspension mode. So what it does is it lifts up the vehicle and it lowers the vehicle, just to be able to climb up in aero mode, normal mode, and it has an off-road mode.
Is the truck a truck if it doesn't have 4x4?
Yes, it is. And here's why I think a truck.
I had a two-wheel for years, man.
Well, here's the thing. When we're carrying signs, we're carrying, other equipment. In our case, we have camera equipment.
Yeah.
And so, I had a Chrysler 300 and I loved it. I had the panoramic sunroof, had the leather seats, power, everything. Had the big, their infotainment system, and it was great. But when it came to carrying signs and carrying things, I was always, it took me so long because I wanted to throw them in carefully so I didn't scratch anything. When I went over bumps, I had to slow down. And I wouldn't say an inconvenience because that's an inconvenience of a first world country. But it was definitely something that it wasn't practical for what we need. So if you need something that gets you to point A to point B in the most comfortable setting, then I guess something like that would work. Most people go with BMWs, Mercedes, Audis. You had Audis.
Yes, a few.
So
loved them.
Right, but
they have horrible resale value.
They have horrible resale value.
Doesn't make any sense.
They have limitations. You can't take them anywhere. So if you go on a family trip, you can't just go out because you're going to be cramped. You're not going to be able to. You might get stuck if it's raining. If you're out in the mud.
As great as a married couple, kids, forget about it. You need to step on up.
So one of the cool things about this one, step rails, automatic step rails. That is a standard feature on these limiteds. This would be an upgrade if you were getting something other than this one. I personally own a Ram Rebel, so me getting something like this would have been an option, but this is all standard. Leather seats. One of the cool things, got this panoramic sunroof. That's the latest thing on these on any vehicle now these days. Does Toyota have that?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you guys even know what a panoramic sunroof is?
Did you say something foreign?
Like panoramic sunroofs? Yeah, exactly. All right. Before I even lose your attention, one of the things that I wanted to talk about, because most people are like, well, trucks, bad gas mileage. What is your Toyota get?
I know, right? So, gosh, I was looking at the mileage for pretty much all of the options. The best you can get is if you're doing highway on road tires, not even off-road tires, road tires, and you're managing your speed. 19 miles, I think, is what they can top out at on the truck, and then 14 in the city.
14 city, 19 highway.
Yeah.
All right, so mine's a little bit better because I have that.
Something.
Yeah, one of those where the cylinders shut down, and if I'm on the highway and just keeping a normal speed, it'll shut down to like 4 cylinders, so it'll save me gas. So I can do like 1721, I think, is what my Ram Rebel. Oh, wow. I think it's what I'm rated for. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but that's what I am. But this one was crazy. So fuel economy combined is 26 miles to gallon, 22 in the city, 32 on the highway, because this is the eco diesel model. So it is a diesel. It's super quiet, which is crazy because you think diesels and you think this is like loud, obnoxious truck, but in this case it's very quiet, and you get the fuel economy of a vehicle. My Chrysler 300, one of the reasons why I got my Chrysler 300 was because they had a 31-mile highway rating. Combined was like 28, so it's only 2 miles less than this one, and I get the advantages of a truck.
Yeah, you do. All right, I'm starting to see this now.
All right, hop in the back seat, Jared. How tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". So he's not your typical 6'2".
Yeah, this works.
How do you feel there?
I could actually enjoy this.
Right.
It's not sitting up like this, and I gotta strap in. There's actually some space back.
How's your headroom?
Got some clearance. You can get 6 feet in here, 6-footer. And of course, the seats have the dip to it, so there's not like this bench foam. You actually have some comfort sitting back here. You can enjoy the ride for a few hours.
And your legs are stretched out pretty well, right?
Yeah, I'm not cramped up like this. Definitely enjoying the space. There's USB ports here for charging. There's direct vents for cooling and heating. You also have your cup holders, which are available to them here, and then of course the pull down seat in the middle. So traveling for 4, plenty of space and plenty of room. And if you needed 5, easy solution. I don't think we can do 6 legally unless you're using the bed in Mexico, but definitely lots of space. The cool thing about all the luxury that you've got here is all the details that they put, is the sewing and the stitching and what do they call the embroideries, as they call it. So it's not just your leather package, also with the foam, but you're getting all the details that come with it. Definitely brings some class to the truck game. Love it.
How do you like that panoramic sunroof?
It is really cool. I think this would be neat, especially for those nights when you want to go stargazing and you just want to hang out, but you don't want to get out in the middle of the desert. Maybe it's a little too windy. And Yeah, I totally enjoy this. This would be neat.
Drive down the strip, drive, you know,
Definitely.
when you're out cruising or being a tourist out about town, or when you're visiting other cities. This is just fantastic.
It is.
A lot of storage here. You got some compartments underneath. One of the things that I like is that these covers actually come off.
To clean. Makes a difference.
But if you are going camping or anything like that, you can throw some ice in here, some drinks in here, and then you can just take it out and just dump it out. You know, once the ice starts melting, and because it's actually directly out to the outside of the vehicle, so any condensation is just gonna drip down.
Drip down, huh?
So
that's awesome.
I really enjoy this. Let's check out the back because there's some cool things in the back. So one of the perks of having a vehicle or a truck is going to be having the bed space. Am I correct?
Love the bed space.
So,
it's always handy. Everybody wants to borrow it.
So this is an air suspension vehicle, so it is going to be limited as to what you can tow and what you can haul compared to a regular suspension. However, because it is on air suspension, if you are carrying a trailer or something heavy or a camper, it is going to adjust, so that way what is known in the truck world as squatting, where the vehicle kind of leans back as the weight comes in. If you've seen some vehicles with big trailers or big toy haulers, this one actually will level out and try to keep it nice and level, which is good for handling and also gas mileage. Because it is limited, everything comes at a fingertip convenience. So it is electronic, it is locking, so if you
This doesn't remind me of a Ram Rebel.
Well, feel how much lighter this is.
I'm always opening the back of his truck and forgetting that it's not mine, and it goes boom.
Well, feel how light this one is.
Oh wow!
Compared to
super light.
And I don't think it's because it's lighter. I think it's because it's
got
got
the
springs in there.
Yeah.
It makes it kind of helps you.
This is just a cable.
Yeah, but it's all
up
integrated.
it's all on the inside.
Inside, yeah.
So where's the auto? Oh, the auto latch is right there. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. And you do have multiple cameras. So you actually have your regular camera here, but you also have camera angles where it angles directly to the hitch. So that way when you are trying to back into a trailer and trying to line it up, you can actually kind of help you with that item. Dual exhaust, of course. This one's in all black. Love the color actually because it's got some sparkle to it. The sensors, the backup sensors. So this has adaptive cruise control. Do you know what adaptive cruise control is?
It means it will manage the space between the cars.
It actually will switch lanes for you as well. So you can let go of the steering wheel. If you are taking a long drive, it'll keep it within the lanes. You hit the turn signal and it will check for vehicles on the side and slowly.
Can't wait to see that in action.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna.
You got the guts for that one?
I have the guts for that one.
Give it a try.
Yeah. And one of the other cool features about the back of this vehicle is this built-in step. Oops, if I can get it out. And so if you have stuff in the back, then you can just quickly
Oh, is that what that's
hop
for?
on and
It's
grab
not
it.
for backing up to a lake and then diving off?
I mean, I guess you could. But it's hidden, it's tucked away, so you don't know how to get it.
What happens if you drive? We'll drive away with it.
There you go. So, as you can see, it's pretty flush. There's some aftermarket ones that you can buy, but they like stick out like a sore thumb. So, I like that.
It's a nice mold. It's got a nice shape in that.
Top in the front seat. All right, so up in the front seat, push start button. You got all your electronics here. If you are not tech savvy, this is going to be a very learning curve.
Very big learning.
The biggest thing that you see is this huge, what is it, 12.9 inch screen.
Hot dog. That
Yes,
good.
and it has everything. Hopping in, driving this, I didn't even know how to turn off the air conditioning because all I saw was these buttons. I didn't see an off button. I had to go into climate. Yeah, and you know, you could just go all the way to when it just turns off. But I just went in here and I pushed on and off. One of the cool things on this one, like I said, this one's completely equipped. So it's got heated seats, it's got vented seats. Let me show you what that means for you. So you're gonna start feeling air in the back.
Yeah.
So hot summer days, Does it get hot here?
A little warm. Yeah.
Yeah, about 115, 120 sometimes.
That's, a few weeks.
So you guys know what it is, especially if you have leather seats. It gets hot. So you can remote start this, get your air conditioning going,
get the air cooled off inside, and then the vents in the seat will cool off the rest of your body real
Absolutely.
quick.
You are an Android user.
Yes, sir.
So you guys had USB-Cs for quite some time.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So USB-Cs.
I saw that.
Fast charging.
Yes, sir.
Wireless charging available as well.
All right.
So I have an iPhone. You stick it right down here, and
so putting your wallet there with your with your magnets may not be the best idea.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, look at that. Just a little too tall.
Yeah, Android pumps. Yeah, but you can put it to the side, and it does have wireless charging there.
Scoot over, iPhone. I can't fit. No, I'm just kidding.
And then this does scoot back.
I'm noticing power plugs all over the place, which is really fun.
Yep. And that's actually in a household plug.
Yes.
So that's 115 volt, 400 watt connection, so you can plug in something small appliances.
Like a toaster?
Yeah. You do have storage in here, small, with the USB plug in there as well.
USB plug.
And then you have your big one, which...
So the design of this thing has been really thought through for the business and or the tech advanced users, because we drive around and rely on our devices so much that we wear out the batteries, and quite often you'll find yourselves plugging into the vehicle all the time. Having the convenience of a wireless charger is massive, because you're literally dropping it and doing its thing, and the Bluetooth sync will be able to connect to the system, and off you go. You just drop and run. You don't have to worry about any of the thinking of dealing with the plugs, much less the wear out of a typical plug. Add to that, I assume because of the Bluetooth, we're doing Android and Apple sync on this?
Yes, so it is Apple, what is it?
Apple
CarPlay and Android CarPlay as well, compatible, so you would be able to plug all this in and be able to get it all, all your featured or your saved items all on screen, which would be fabulous. And one other thing that I wanted to mention is these cool buttons.
Tactical buttons.
Yes.
Not touchscreen, tactical.
But even in the older Rams, what I'm used to is these smaller switches, very nice, very elegant, but these are just more rugged. And because they have this like rubber grips, you kind of, it's muscle memory, you can kind of figure out which one it is. So as you're driving, you can kind of, choose the one that you need.
Play the music.
Although, those aren't buttons that you're going to be really
this is for when you're towing quite a bit.
Yeah.
But the fact that they've got that thought through is really nice.
And of course you have all your controls on your steering wheel. So you have your speed, your cruise control speed settings, your different menu settings, how to change gears, and in the back you have volume and radio station controls on there. Of course, this one comes equipped with the Harman Kardon sound system.
You said Harman Kardon?
Harman Kardon.
Not Bose, Kardon.
No, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, which sounds fabulous. If the mic can actually pick up what this sounds, you would be able to tell.
Harman Kardon doesn't see you.
Cup holders galore. So you got cup holders here, you got cup holders in the armrest there, LED lighting all the way through, you got all your window switches here. Overall, this is just...
We gotta check this out at night. You can see the light adjustment in the mirror. I bet you they've got some controls lined up in that too.
Yeah, so it has a mirror dimmer. So what it does is at night, as the headlights are hitting it, it'll actually dim.
Manual flip.
Yeah, it'll actually dim, and you could still see it. It'll put like a tint to it. Same thing with the side view mirrors, so that way you're not blinded by the driver's lights. Which just these little details make a difference in ride quality.
Yes.
All right, so now let's drive it.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's see what we got, man. Very smooth. Very, very smooth.
Let's not get in trouble for the copyright infringement.
Yeah. You gotta get that beat when it drops, man.
Okay.
So, first experience driving this. Pickup power as it is moving is, the proper word is jumpy, meaning it likes to go. So that's a very good thing, especially when you're on the road and you need to pass somebody, or you're on the freeway and you got that person in the slow lane that's just, you know, hogging up traffic and you need to jump around them. Very nice to have on the toes. The accelerator from a dead stop feels a little sluggish, but you know, it's a big truck with fuel efficiency, and that's a nice trade-off. With so many buttons, it feels like you're driving in a cockpit, and it's very, very nice feeling to have. Definitely enjoy the seats. It's cushy, and as an audiophile,
that's a technical term right there.
it is right there.
Cushy.
Cushy for my tushy.
There you go.
And as important as sound is to my ears, this absolutely passes the audiophile test for a truck this size. So, good. Dig it.
What about the infotainment system?
That would be a nice experience to learn over a drink. Sit in the driveway, grab a cocktail, and figure this thing out. Because that's a lot of stuff to deal with, which is cool, because once you get used to it and you start getting the muscle memory, it works really, really nice. So much available at your fingertips. So, 2.
All right, guys, so that's your 2020 Ram Limited Eco Diesel, 260 horsepower, 480 foot-pounds of torque.
8 cylinders. Oh wait,
No.
no,
6-cylinder.
it's a 6-cylinder.
6-cylinder.
Pushing what?
280 horsepower, 260 horsepower, 480 foot-pounds of torque.
All right.
So,
What you get in the offset for the gas
well,
mileage?
the torque is going to be very beneficial for towing.
Absolutely.
12,800 pounds, best-in-class towing capacity on this one. So if you have a boat, you have a tow hauler, a trailer, no problem.
It's actually a little better than the Tundra.
Absolutely.
And better gas mileage.
Much better gas mileage. 26 miles combined, what we've been saying. This is why I think it's a perfect vehicle for an everyday, like yourself, like myself, who drives a lot. First year of owning my truck, just fun fact, I did 20,000 miles of driving. So
Oh, that's an average for a realtor.
exactly. So
It's actually kind of low, but yeah.
I actually didn't do much driving,
Right.
but when you're out and driving as much as we are, miles per gallon is very important.
When you're dealing with a combustible engine, yes,
But being comfortable is even more important.
absolutely. Sitting in the traffic or doing the long treks across town really has its impact, especially with that amount of mileage. And so not only being able to just be comfortable while you're driving, but if you are showing property or, you know, having the family go out on a trip, that comfort level really is important. And especially here in Vegas, where we've got so many different outdoor activities to do, and the drive is maybe, you know, an hour or 3, whatever it is. You want to get down to California, it's a 4.5-hour drive. So comfort makes a difference. Mileage,
Absolutely.
huge win.
And I think the Ram has everything as far as comfort goes, space, value for what you're spending. What's the sticker price on that?
$66,000. Base price is $53,465. On this particular model, we're looking at a $66,000 price tag on that one.
So for $66,000, you can turn around and go get a BMW 5 Series maybe,
Easy.
which is not going to be as spacious.
Or, you know, a 4 Series M.
Maybe.
And be real tight, but real fast.
And if you really want to be concerned about MPG and environment and all that,
Yeah.
go with a Tesla.
Oh, well, there you go. That's about the same price point. There you go.
But as far as convenience and all around, just best. Nothing's going to beat the Ram as far as comfort, luxury, and versatility for everyday use. So hopefully you guys like this episode. A little different from our usual property tours, but as you said,
It's personal property,
personal
baby.
property.
Personal property. So that does it for this episode of the Uraine Ordonez Property Tour, aka Property Tour. First episode of our vehicle walkthrough, I guess.
Yeah.
What are we calling it?
Yeah, vehicle walkthrough. I like that.
All right, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit the subscribe button, follow the notifications, drop in your comments of any suggestions you'd like. You got a vehicle you think you'd like to be able to have us check out? We'd love to try it. Drop it in below.